everyone.
Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Second down following the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stacked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Defense.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. They'll run the option left. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the... And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is right through. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts the defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 2 Patriots there to bring him down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Cuts back right. And an alley to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. We get a glance at the Buccaneer defense as they file into position. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Now the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky, preach. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense?
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking. That up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center? The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run. And it's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So this game's not very far along, and he's already found the end zone once, and now he started this drive with another big gain, another first down run. I've got to wonder if I'm the defensive coordinator, what do I do in this situation? It's only the first quarter, but do I go ahead and sell out and try and slow him down and make him beat me another way? Because the risk is if I don't, he ends up having a monster game.
A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down. One receiver left, two to the right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already. and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it?
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the 1st quarter. Now it's time for the 2nd quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it. Still 1st down.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Let's go! 3-19!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was smart. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as... we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to roam now. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
In the red zone this time.
Here we go. Number 39.
look to throw now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. Surveying the field. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Now let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Holding offense.
Defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's got time. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So at halftime, okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. Fielded about a yard deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, but we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So last week, mostly ineffective. This week, what we're seeing very effective. What are you seeing that's different?
I think what I'm seeing is just a simple, everyone is on the same page. And I know it sounds trite, but I'm talking about all the guys up front with the blocking schemes, everyone at the point of attack, creating space. And so far, it doesn't matter what gap they choose, they're finding it. A gap, B gap, C gap, does not matter. They're getting there, and they're creating nice runs.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense because you know they had to talk about it. The entire 1st half, they struggled to contain it. And here he is coming out in the 2nd half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure on the offensive side, they said, well, there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing them the football.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Their dangerous wide receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the gun now on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the Patriots coming out now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective, is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nifty little deke juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1. Couldn't get the ball. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Their dangerous wide receiver. Receiver, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
And so how do you do that? You shake things up.
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard. And it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play. By the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
All right, here we go. 3, 19.
Back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Nothing on that. That one, it'll be 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. A handoff as they run the counter play. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physical. Sometimes that leads to drops.
All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there for New England. 43 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, third and goal. Gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw now on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Bust like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there. An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. He'll look to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Second down following the run.
No, check. Patriot!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. And they'll run it here. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun, finding time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 11. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 89 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
It's the 4th quarter, partner, and everyone's looking for a hero in the 4th quarter. They just found theirs.
Well, so much for the offense coming out, trying to mount that go-ahead drive. They get it right there on the punt return.
And a punt return play can change the momentum so many different ways and maybe put a team in command.
Aguayo on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the defensive unit for the Buccaneers as they get set here. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over, because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now, will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And it's fielded at the 34. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. And on the ground they go with a running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Partner, why were they even putting the ball in the air in that situation?
I know they have confidence a lot of the time in their team, and, hey, we can call anything. But in this spot, with that lead and that amount of time on the clock, not much. You've got to take care of it. I would have figured they'd run the football there.
Now their defense has to stand tall. 11 yards on the pickup, and it gives the Pats a first down. And quickly they get to the line. He'll look to throw, and he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. Can't find anyone open. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And now the spike with 36 seconds left to go. He's back to throw. Surveying the field. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that play's a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping that...
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice... of the week, he scored the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And the spike comes with 9 seconds left to go. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this one is right down the middle. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And the defense will accept this penalty and force the offense back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're going to speed things up here. Now a first throw here in overtime. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down.
Here we go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there, handed to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for the Bucs, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.